Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our TGIF. It is Friday, the week is almost over, and Super Bowl is here in the United States. Our American football, the the pinnacle, the final game of the season is going to be Sunday. And so for a lot of us, we are excited. We are preparing with snacky foods and all kinds of things like that for the Super Bowl. Me, I don't even know who is playing. I was rooting for the Ravens, and the Ravens are out, and honestly, I neglected to pay attention. So I don't know. I don't even know who's playing. So if you know who's playing in the Super Bowl this weekend, let me know, because that might be important to know before I watch the game, right? How many of you? Good morning, Carla. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. And so what is in your cup this morning? I am drinking coffee with a little bit of half and half, no sweetener, trying to get away from that, trying to get away from a lot of things. You know, it's hard. It is really difficult to, clean up your diet, your food intake, let's put it that way. It's not a diet, it's just a food intake, right? Our bodies require fuel. And oh, good, I'm glad you're doing good. Our bodies require fuel, and so trying to put the best fuel in it is a challenge these days, isn't it? I think, Connie with Just Another Stitch, she has been really working her plan and doing really well, and she's getting healthier, and so that's an inspiration. That's always an inspiration. Anytime somebody can make a change in their lifestyle for the better, we should be applauding it, don't you think? Yeah, I think so too. So I'm drinking coffee, half and half, no sweetener or sugar or anything like that. So that's just one little step. That doesn't mean that everything else, that's right. Oh, Carla, it is so hard. It really is. So I'm just concentrating on the little steps and not worrying about the big picture right now, because I can't. That would really stress me out, It really would. So my little guys look like they're sleeping. There we go. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I don't have anything cool. I was going to see if I had anything new or cool to show you, but I don't. I have been working on some crochet, and it's little things so that I'm putting together to make big things, kind of like how we did with the granny squares. And then this is, it's a square, but it's something a little bit different. And then I started working on a 6-sided hexagon pattern. And so that was another quilt pattern. If you remember, I did a pinwheel pattern and showed it to you on Monday. I was so proud of that. So I'm making another couple of those. And I'm thinking that I need to put something here so that when the sun does shine in really, really bright in this window, let me see if I can show you. So this is the window. See my pile of stuff, my pile of crochet. So this is the window that I'm talking about. And it's, it's a beautiful view, but when the sun shines in so bright, it blinds me, and then I have to kind of move around and duck the room and try to figure out where I'm going to sit, where the sun is not boring a hole in my eye. And so, yeah, it's kind of overcast today. It's supposed to rain off and on today. And so what's the weather like where you're at? Are you having cool temperatures? Are you in for more snow? How about rain? Or is it bright and sunny and hot where you're at? I know where my sweet sister-in-law lives in Florida, it has been, kind of comfortable. It's been warm. Don't get me wrong, but it hasn't been, it hasn't been like Hades down there yet. So, I mean, it's winter, right? So it should be a little bit more comfortable. That doesn't always happen in Florida. Sometimes it is just plain hot. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have seasons. I'm surprised a little bit at how dreary it is. I had forgotten that part. I wanted the seasons, right? But I had forgotten the dreary part. Hey, Nifty Milanos, it's good to see you. You live in Toronto? Oh boy, I have quite a few viewers that are in the Toronto area. There's no snow or ice, just sunshine, but a very dreary day. Yeah, that's the way it is here too. It's like there's like not even clouds. It's kind of like a foggy, smoky. Carla says it's supposed to be warm, but thunderstorms bad tonight predicted. You know what? We are headed for rain and then thunderstorms, I think. Yeah, thunderstorms coming up. You just said dreary. Oh, is that a funny word? Oh, that's funny. You're cracking me up. Hey, Ambi, good to see you. Hello from your creative corner of creation. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Happy Friday. So do you have any plans for the weekend? So let me ask this question. Okay, Carla says, yes, we get dreary gray a lot in Kentucky. You hate dreary. Yeah. Oh, you just wrote it down and then I said it. That's funny. That's funny. Yes. So I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So as far as the Super Bowl goes, the American football, do y'all get it in Canada? Do they show it in Canada? I would think that they would. I don't know. Do they show American football in Canada? I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I actually don't know. Interesting question, though. So, yeah. So I've been working on a couple different things, and I kind of go flip back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I need to finish something. So I'm thinking ahead for next Wednesday, and I am going to, if I don't finish it by then, because I only have a couple rows to go, like maybe 2 rows to go. Oh no. Ambi said, when I clicked on the live, I had my volume at 100 and I have earbuds in and it scared the carp out of her. Good morning, Awana. It's Awanda. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Awana. Awanda. Good morning. It's good to see you. Happy Friday. You know it, girl. You know it. Oh my gosh. So good that it's Friday. So good that it's Friday. So, yeah, I'm kind of throwing it out there about the American football, the Super Bowl. For those of you in other countries, I don't know if you get it. If you get the Super Bowl, I know that they're trying to bring it, overseas. So they play a couple games in England now in the regular season. Used to be, when it started, they would do one, and it would be an early Sunday morning game because of the time difference, right? Or an early Sunday morning game for us in the States, but a normal time frame, because I think there's like is it a 9-hour difference? I'm not sure, but it's a little bit of a difference. So let's see, if we are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's about a 6-hour difference. Yeah. Oh, yes. Let's see. Nifty says, I love NFL, but stopped watching years ago, so not sure, but I feel confident they broadcast in Canada. Okay, good, good. Well, that's interesting. I kind of thought they would because, I mean, like we do, we broadcast golf, we broadcast Wimbledon, we broadcast the, all of that. So soccer, international soccer, and all this stuff. So I would think that we would, and they would, but I just wasn't sure if it was as big. I didn't know if it was as big. That's kind of where I was going. You don't really hear a whole lot of Canadians talk about football. They do like hockey, obviously. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, like I said, I don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl this year. If anybody knows, throw it out there. Let me know. I think Kansas City, but I'm not sure. I don't know for sure. And the other one, I don't know. Like I said, when Ravens lost, I was like, okay. And hubby wasn't here that day, so I didn't watch the games. I don't know who won, but it's all good, right? The Chiefs, okay, Kansas City. Do you know the other one? Thanks, Amby. So I went out the other day. The 49ers. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I did hear something about that. Well, cool. Cool beans. So we're like really up on it, right? We're like, rah, rah, rah. I will be watching the game. San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you, Nifty. Google says it, so you know it's true. Oh my gosh. Well, so anyway, I will be definitely watching the game. I do like watching the Super Bowl, and I like making appetizers for the Super Bowl. What do you think? What's your favorite appetizer ever? Like if you had to like go to a game or watch your favorite movie or, watch whatever it is, then what would be your go-to like appetizer or snack or what do you want to call it, right? I'm trying something new this year. I'm trying something called sauerkraut balls. And apparently they are like really, really delicious. I've never had them. I don't even know, what to think about it. Although I do like sauerkraut. I like sour things. I like, dill pickles. I like, I even like, pickled corn. I love pickled beets. And sauerkraut I love, Oh, you're not a sports fan. Okay, Amby, that's okay. And so anyway, I was thinking, let's give these sauerkraut balls. Well, I kept going past the pantry, and it had this. I have this big jar of sauerkraut sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this sauerkraut besides just serve it, as a part of a meal? I mean, I could serve it alongside of some pork or whatever. Oh, cool. Go ahead, Amby. Give me the recipe. I want to know it. And so I Googled, and that was like the number one thing that came up, sauerkraut balls. And so I mentioned it to my mom, and she's like, oh, did you get that recipe from? And she named a cousin of hers, right? And I'm like, no. And she said, well, he was saying that for his birthday this last year in 2023, instead of a cake, he just asked his wife to make sauerkraut balls, and that would take the place of his cake. And I was like, wow, That must be some really good stuff if he's willing to forego cake for this. So I'm going to try that. That's going to be my like test kind of a thing for Sunday. So we'll see. We will see if it is good or not. But according to him, it's like the best thing ever. Miguel, good morning to you, my friend. How are you feeling today? I hope that you are on the mend. Okay, Ambi says, cut up an onion and bell peppers in either big chunks or strips. Okay, cool. You've been back to crocheting, Miguel? Oh, that's wonderful news. Wonderful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. That's a good sign. That is a good sign that you have enough energy to crochet. Because when your body is recovering, you just never know, right? Add a drained can of corn and a can of green beans. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm assuming that the can of green beans is drained as well. Good morning, Carlin. It is good to see you. Are you Carlin or are you Anne and sharing, or are you Carl and sharing? That's, I would like to know. Yes, you're trying to gain strength day by day. Good for you, Miguel. Just give yourself a lot of grace, and just take it one day at a time, right? One day at a time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, so everything is drained. Okay, cool. Keep going, Ambi. I'm following you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, we talked about the weather. Miguel, how's the weather there? It's kind of dreary here. Let me show you. Out my window. That's my window. And I don't know if you can see, but that like gray, right, in the top of the screen, of the window there, that is actually a Smoky Mountain. Because usually I can see that pretty clear, but today it looks smoky. Yeah. Carlan, oh, that's a beautiful name. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's what I said at first, right? Carlan. Nice. Good to see you. You have a same gray day there? Yeah. I don't know what it is about today. It's just a dreary day, apparently, everywhere. Catherine, good morning to you. How is life on your neck of the woods, Catherine? We're saying it's pretty dreary most everywhere. Everybody's saying. It's, Smoky Mountain time here. So how is it in your neck of the woods? Yeah, I've been working on a couple things, but just to refresh in case you didn't see it, and I still haven't woven in the ends, but this is the square that I made that I showed on Monday, and this is a pinwheel quilt pattern, but in crochet, obviously. Hey, Trudy, good to see you. Okay, let's see. Then you add a half cup of sugar and a half cup of white vinegar and mix it up. Cool. Are you making almost like a salsa kind of a thing? That sounds interesting. So yeah, I have not woven in my ends, as you can see, but this is the pinwheel. And so I've been kind of thinking about that and kind of trying to figure out what to do with this, but I've definitely decided since last Monday when I saw you last, that I am making curtains with this, kitchen valance with this. And so I'm going to do this straight across. And I have this kit from Mary Maxim, and it was just the weirdest kit ever, but it was a Sudsy Bubbly Scrubby. It was this, right? And so it came with 3 cottons and 1 scrubby. And so the cottons were blues. So I've used this one. this blue, which is like a darker variegated, right? And then now I'm working on this one, which is a lighter variegated, and this one is really pretty. Look at that. This one has more of a white and with the blue kind of as the background, you know. And then the third one that came with it is just a solid blue, which I'm looking in the screen and it looks a little more royal than it does here. It's more of, it's verging on the navy, not on, okay. Add enough water to cover everything and put in the fridge a few hours to overnight. It's called marinated vegetables. Oh, I see. That's nice. That looks challenging. You know what, Miguel? This is 4 of these squares. 4 of these squares. And not yesterday. Oh, let me see what you said, Catherine. Let's see. It was misty and foggy yesterday, and it snowed overnight. Oh my goodness, it's cold here this morning. I started my car from inside the house twice and heading to work in a bit. Oh, okay. So you're just like trying to keep your car going. Wow. Wowie. Yeah. So it's not hard. You make 4 of these and then you crochet them together. And this is actually really easy. So if you look at Monday's live, the very first line in the description, I put the link for these squares. And so I put the link of where I found the pattern for these squares. It's free. It's online. And I do like sour stuff. Thank you, Ambi. Thank you. I love marinated things and sour things and like green olives. I don't like black olives because they're not sour, right? They don't have that sourness to them, but I love green olives. And so anyway, yeah, I do like sour things a lot. Guess who else likes sour things? My mom. She will actually drink dill pickle juice from the jar. Of course, all the pickles are gone. When the pickles are gone, then she'll just like take a big swig of the of the pickle juice, which is supposed to be good for you. It's a good like it's supposed to be like they give it after a marathon to people. They give them like pickle popsicles or pickle juice, you know, to recover their body because all of that is really good for recovering bodies after a marathon. So Miguel, this is not hard. It's just 4 squares and you just crochet them together. And as you can see, I just did just a regular crochet. I didn't even get fancy. I just left the lumpy there, right? So that's going to be on the back. And then I think what I'm going to do is do this, and so that one, and then I will do one with this, and so hopefully, I don't know if 3 is enough, and if it's not, then I'll throw in another color, right? Because I have some blues. That's not a problem. I'm sure I can find some more blues, like, oh yeah, like I even have another pale blue, and then this one is just a navy. But I'm doing that in cotton. So anyway, just, you know, I think I want that for like a valance up top over my kitchen sink. So, oh, you love pickle juice there? That's nice. That's nice. It's kind of funny. You know, it's supposed to be really good for you. And then they have like the dill pickle chips and all of that. So anyway, whoops, sorry about my finger. Let's see, let me see if I can let everybody know that I'm live. Oh, Catherine, I see the picture that you sent of your snow. Oh my goodness. Hey, Lydia, good morning. It's good to see you. How are you doing this morning? So far, we have a lot of dreary day people, and we have one snow person. That's Catherine. She woke up. It had snowed in the night. And oh, I love pickled beets. Yes. Let's see. You could sit to a jar of those with a fork. I hear you, Nifty. I love them, right? And I love, like, if I have just, a salad and whatever kind of salad, it really doesn't even matter what kind of salad it is, because I will throw those pickled beets on my salad. Like, salivating right now. Love the pickled beets. And it just really enhances a good salad. Oh my gosh. Now, sometimes if you go to a buffet or whatever and you see the beets on the buffet, sometimes they are not marinated enough for me, right? Sometimes they're just like regular beets, canned beets. Maybe they might throw a little bit of vinegar on them, but they don't have that really good taste. So then they just kind of taste like dirt. Beets to me taste like dirt, like the earth, which is what they taste like. The two ways that I really like beets, marinate or pickled, like not just marinated, but pickled, and then also roasted. Love a good roasted beet because that brings out the sweetness in them. And wow. So, aloha, Naomi. Good to see you. Ambi hates beets. We'll send them all to me, okay? Hey, Carlin, put boiled eggs in pickle juice. Yes, for pickled eggs. Now, my mom is from West Virginia, and they would take beet juice, pickled beet juice, and then add, some more like vinegar or water or whatever. But anyway, they would do the beet juice, and then all the eggs would turn like a really pretty pink color. So they did those too, the pickled eggs. So I don't know. I never liked pickled eggs as a kid, but maybe I need to try them. I don't know. Oh, you're drooling too, Nifty? Trudy says it's a perfect day in Cape Town. 25 degrees Celsius and a few drops of rain. Oh, I bet you are so happy because it was so hot for you for a couple weeks now, right? Oh my gosh. And so you are welcoming the rain and the slightly cooler temps. That's good. I'm glad. Good for you. Pickled beets, pickled okra, and pickled eggs. Naomi says, yum. How is everyone today? She wants to know. I'm doing well, and diabetes doctor warned you that beets are high in sugar, and you love them. You know what? Anything in moderation, Miguel, right? I mean, obviously, we're not going to sit and eat a whole can of them, but beets have so many good qualities to them. And you can also get beet powder to add to, dishes and whatever to add more nutrients. But beets are really good for you. Yeah, you love them. I love them too. Ambi says she just found out that she likes Brussels sprouts. Well, I love Brussels sprouts. Yeah. And but you know what? When I was a kid, they were a little bit more bitter than they are now. They have they've kind of changed the Brussels sprout. I don't know how to say it. It's not like breeding, but they've made future generations of the beet seeds where not beet seeds, Brussels sprout seeds, where the Brussels sprouts are not as bitter as they used to be. So anyway, this is what I worked on, and I've got to do 3 more so that I can make 1 square like this. And then I'm thinking, let me see. No, I'm going to need at least 4 of these squares for I don't know, my kitchen window might not be as wide as this one. Interesting. Hey, Alice, you slept in. Good morning. Good morning to you. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. And, you get them in a bag and they're cut in half. Yeah. Trudy. Oh, nifty. Eats Brussels sprouts raw. Yeah, why not? They're good. And I want to grow some Brussels sprouts this year. I love them just that much. So I want to try and grow them. I think they're really cool the way they grow, like on a stalk, and then they have all the Brussels sprouts just kind of like gathered around, right? I just think that that's so cool looking. So anyway, I do want to try it. I don't know how successful I'll be, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you won't know until you try, right? And I'm going to take the advice and like try to make sure that the soil is correct, alkalinity, alkaline or acidity or whatever it needs to be for the different fruits and vegetables that I want to do. So we'll see. Thank you, Naomi. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thank you very much. And oh, you put shredded cheese down on a baking sheet and put the Brussels sprouts down and then top with more cheese. Nice. Alice has a really great recipe for Brussels sprouts. I don't think corn is considered raw when it's in a can. I think when it's in a can, it has been blanched, which is like just a quick cook. I don't think it's raw. Yeah. But you can definitely eat it right out of the can. It's not going to hurt you. Unless you eat a whole can, and then maybe you might get a tummy ache. Yeah. So, anyway. So I decided what I'm going to do with all of the blue yarn that was in this kit. And, oh, yeah, I've got to find some more of this, which I think I have some right. Oh, let's see. Well, I've got this color. I don't know if it's the same color or not. And let's see. Whoops. Let's see what this one is. Oh, good. Ivory. I have another one of these, which is good. So that at least I can finish the valance with the same color, because I'm not sure I have enough. I think I might have enough of the ivory to do 2 of these, but I'm not sure. So I may have to change up like one of the middle ones. But I think that this, well, it's not exactly, is it? Oh boy. Well, maybe I have another one that's close. Let's see this one. No, you can see one is a little more yellow than the other one. This one is peaches and cream. Isn't that funny how you can like see the difference? This one is ecru and this one is ivory. Huh. Let's see what this one is. Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's just cotton. So, well. Isn't that interesting? So I might have to finish. This one is a little bit closer. I might have to finish with that. I don't know. But it's all good. As long as I use the same ivory or ecru or whatever for the square itself, then it should be okay, don't you think? You're heading off to work. Yes, be very safe, Catherine, especially in that snow. Especially in that snow, definitely. So Alice, before you came on, I was talking about sauerkraut balls. And so I have a recipe for sauerkraut balls that I'm going to make them as an appetizer for the Super Bowl. I was also talking about Super Bowl and didn't know if it was something that Canadians watched. Do you have any opinion on that? I don't think that you are into American football. But does anybody else in Canada, do the guys get into the American football? I don't know. I was just curious. So anyway, I've got 3 more of these to make and then connect them together so then I'll have 2 big squares for my valance. So that's just something that I'm, oh, sorry, my nose is itching. That is just something that I'm just casually doing, as I watch Murder, She Wrote and different shows like that in the afternoon. So I've got my bag from Mary Maxim, which is what that kit came in, which is good. You know, I like these bags a lot because if I keep a project in here, oh, Nifty says people love NFL in Canada. That's what you noticed. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, Alice says, of course we watch Super Bowl. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know if it was big there or not. I really had no clue. So, yeah. And so anyway, that's what, okay. Alice says, I don't watch it, but she's not a fan, but it's big there. Lots of parties. Okay, good. Good. And Ambi loves Murder, She Wrote. Yes, what's not to love about Murder, She Wrote, right? And so this was the kit from Mary Maxim that I was not a fan of just because I felt like, you know, 3 balls of cotton and 1 ball of scrubby. Although this scrubby is very pretty and very sparkly, you know, it just, to me, it didn't scream, here's a good kit. Oh, Alice doesn't like sauerkraut. Alice. That's okay. You don't have to like sauerkraut. More for me, right? So anyway, yeah. So I've been keeping this bag, and I like it because it can zip, right? Yeah, I like the speckled blue too. This one is one of my favorites, and that's the one that I am making this with. So that's what that looks like, which is really pretty. Oh, and then let me show you. So I made one of these. It's a hexagon. And then I started making some of these. So basically this is like, it's called Grandmother's Flower Garden. And so basically what you do is you sew all of these around and you just keep going around, and then you do another round, and that makes a flower looking. Hey, Nikki, back in Texas. Today is Abby's birthday. Happy birthday, Abby. Happy birthday, Abby. And how was that wedding, Nikki? Let me know how exciting that was. Yay. So that is another quilt that I am kind of trying to figure out how to turn that into something that I can make, right? And I just laughed because I just got this picture in my head of like making a hat with the flower garden, and it just it just reminded me of just like little old lady, you know, crochet with strange hats and anyway. Like back in the day in the 70s, you know, that 70s crochet where and people are doing it now. My goodness, who was it that I saw a photo? Now I don't watch awards shows, right? I just don't watch awards shows anymore. I don't care really that much about the actors. I don't care about, you know, a lot of the musicians. I don't really listen to radio a lot anymore. I mean, I used to, right? But anyway, so I don't even watch those award shows anymore. And so there was a woman and a man, and I can't think of who it was, but when the man went to the after party, he was wearing a full-on, like, to the floor, granny square coat. Like, full-on. And they were bright colors, too. There was, like, orange and green and red. Very bold. It was very bold. I need to find a picture of that, and then on Monday, maybe I'll do, I can do this on StreamYard and I can show you a picture of it. Yeah. Nikki says it snowed a bunch yesterday before you left. Oh, wow. Yes, go. You know, did you see it, Nifty? I was very impressed with it. First of all, because it was very well made. For a guy to wear it, it was very brave. I'm going to put it that way, right? Brave or eclectic, or I don't know what to say, but you know what? I liked it. Would I wear it? Probably not, because I would look like a sofa going down the road. So, because they were really, really bright. But considering how that bold crochet is kind of like a statement that people like to make, that guys like to make on the red carpet. I know, Nifty. Well, hey, just keeping it real. So, anyway, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. I don't know how I feel, because I loved the crochet itself, but wearing it, I don't know. First of all, it looked too big for them. And you know, a lot of things are worn like supersized, you know. I'm thinking last year, let's see. Trudy says, I'm so proud. My son is mentioned in Mac Stadium as lead developer for Aurora Mac Stadium. Nice. Nice. Lead developer. That's awesome. Trudy, what an honor for your son. Nice. And you are a proud mama, of course. Of course. Oh, that's wonderful. So, crochet is still out there. Crochet is still popular out there. I was surprised that someone made such a bold statement with crochet, because, like, you know, this past Sunday, because, you know, the crochet fad, and we're going to call it a fad, although crochet is, you know, it's been around since forever, but the fad started in 2020, you know, more people crocheting, more people having to stay in, more people needing to do something with their hands to stay busy, to stay calm, to, you know, de-stress. It's therapy, crocheting, keeping your hands busy. So when 2020 hit, it's not any surprise, but here it is 2024 and it's still going strong. So that's what, oh, you're welcome, Trudy. My name is Barbara and I just go by Barbara. Yeah. So thank you, Nifty. I'm so glad that you found us. I'm so glad you found us. We talk about all kinds of things on this channel. Sometimes it's the funny things, sometimes it's the serious things, sometimes it's crochet, and sometimes it's food. And we talk about all kinds of things here. Yeah, it was long, Miguel. It was long. I mean, it definitely was a statement piece, right? It said, look at me. I don't want people looking at me quite that hard, right? If I wore that in public, people would be pointing and laughing because they'd be like, look at that little old lady. She's got to hike it up because it's so long. She's going to trip over that thing. My husband is Mr. Crochet Therapy. Mr. Crochet. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, I'm not out on the porch today on the veranda because it's a little chilly out there. And the veranda has a cross breeze that goes, And so it's going to be really nice in the summer because we're going to get a cross breeze. I've been out there this past summer sitting on the veranda while the house was being built, and it can get quite toasty out there. So anyway, yeah, I'm definitely going to be carrying out my little fan to fan me when I'm out there in the summer. But anyway, hopefully it'll be comfortable. Once it warms up a little bit, I'll be going out there a little bit more because I really like sitting outside while I crochet and while I chat with you. I do like it in here too, but it's still a mess. So you want to see my mess? Let me show you. Hey, Maritza, it's nice to see you. Hola, nice to see you. Hey, listen, of course you're bursting, Trudy. We want to celebrate every aspect of your life. Yes, definitely. And you are a proud mama, and don't apologize for that. Never apologize for being proud of our offspring. So here we go. Ready? Prepare yourself, people. So here's my table. This is what I was showing you. This is my my scrap yarn big blanket. And I need to finish that. There's my window. And then here comes the boxes and the mess. And the mess. And the mess and the mess and the mess. And there's the door. And here we come around. I've got my printer set up. And ta-da! So that's the full. I hope I didn't make you dizzy. Oh. Yes, that's right, Naomi. You tell her. Keep bursting. We want to be proud of our kids, right? And our grandkids and our friends and our family, all of our family. So when somebody does something really special, we definitely want to celebrate and applaud them. For sure. Oh my goodness. So listen, gang, on Monday, I don't think I'm going to be able to go live from the veranda on Monday either because it's supposed to be raining. And if it's raining here, and so it's going to be a little chilly. Oh, Trudy, he's your adopted son and had a very difficult beginning, so that's why you're very proud. Oh, that's wonderful. Hey, Nisi, good to see you. How are you doing, dear? How are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. What's your weather like there? We have one snowstorm, and then the rest of us are having dreary, rainy days. So what's your weather like there? Ah, thank you, Ambi. I don't know. I don't think there's the link. Yeah, you can't give us the link because you're not an admin, and I have it set so that we can't have links because I try to keep everybody safe on my channels. So I don't want to have like random people coming out and giving us links to viruses or anything else. So, I mean, I try. Our channel here is still small enough so that, I've only had one crazy issue with a spammer. And that was on a Saturday night. And I was at the cabin in front of the fire, and y'all who were here, you remember, that was a crazy, crazy time. And then finally the person went away when I said, okay, let's just ignore them. Just let them do their thing. Whatever they say, just ignore it. And that was quite the thrill, wasn't it? And not in a good way. Yeah. So we just try to stay calm and ignore and just quietly take care of things, So, So, yeah. So I will see you from the craft room on Monday, and maybe we'll talk about the game. Hopefully, I don't know. Isn't that funny? It's kind of funny that Kansas City Chiefs are playing too, because of all the thing with, Taylor Swift and all of that, and whatever you feel about her or think, or, if you like her, if you don't like her. Anyway, she's definitely a presence that is very, very well noticed, right? Oh my goodness. Nisi, I'm gonna have to go watch your channel and check you out. I know that you had a rough go when you went to Texas, and but I'm so glad that you got there safely, and I'm so glad that all of that worked out for you. Your husband is an amazing driver, and yes, I did see the one where you said that it appears that you're going faster than you really are, and yes, I agree. I did a video one time coming down the mountain from the cabin. And now listen, you can't go fast going down the mountain from the cabin because there's like turns where you're like almost turning backwards, right? And like the speed limit is 20. And so there's no way that you can go fast. And yet when people watched that video, they were like, whoa, you were going fast. Whoa. That was making me feel ill watching that, because it was quite the turns and quite the twists and the ups and downs. And I guess you could just feel it all, kind of like a roller coaster. Even though I wasn't going fast, it felt fast. So anyway, I totally get that. I totally get that. So anyway, gang, I hope that you have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you on Monday. And enjoy the Super Bowl. Listen, if you're not into football, that's okay. If you want to turn it on and just watch the Super Bowl, the penultimate of football, and see what all the thing is about, it's a lot more fun when you have other people cheering and screaming and yes, that's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about. And so I'm hoping that I can share a link to that. Oh, wow. This was really, you're okay. You have cold and snow. 42, 39, and he is 23. How's my fireplace? Well, here's the thing. It didn't get delivered, Nikki. The guy that owns the store, the fireplace store, it's actually a wood stove. He couldn't find anybody to help him deliver, and it's quite heavy. And so we didn't really have anybody home that could help lift because it's quite heavy. So we had to put it off. And so I'm hoping that we can coordinate that and get that delivered. But I don't have the installer yet, so I haven't nailed them down yet as to what day or time or whatever. So maybe when the installer is here, if he's got somebody that can help, they can move it in. The store owner and then the installers can maybe all of them together get it put in. So I was looking forward to getting it tucked into that corner, but it's okay. It's okay because it wouldn't be installed right away anyway. I think they might be backed up a little bit. So I wish that I did have the stove, especially on chilly nights, and then with mom and dad's bedrooms right off of the living room, maybe a little more warmth would go into their rooms so that they could stay warm at night, and that will definitely help. That's right, Alice? That's when we decided that Saturday nights weren't really good for crochet chats because other people had other things on their mind, right? Yes. She is popular with the kids. Yes. Las Vegas Airport, Super Bowl is everywhere. Yeah. Nifty. I'm glad that you enjoyed this chat. And, well, Ambi, that's not going to be our only source of heat, but hopefully it will be our main source because that will save us a lot of a lot of electricity, right? Yeah. And so we can have it set so if it does go, if the house does go below, you know, a certain limit, then, you know, we'll be able to heat up the house. One thing I do need to do is get thermometers, get little tabletop thermometers for mom and dad's room so that I can really monitor how cold it is in there and how warm it is in there so that, because it just seems like their rooms are a little chilly, more chilly. This room right here is chilly because I keep the door closed because I don't want the cats coming in and having fun with all my yarn, right? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you watch it. Enjoy the snacks if you don't. And crochet. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, everybody. Let's see. How am I going to do this?